Hey guys, we're going to do some probability and statistics practice. Okay, so this first one says, assume the length of time to charge a cell phone is normally distributed with a mean of 10 hours and a standard deviation of 1.5 hours. Find the probability that the cell phone will last between 8 and 12 hours between charges. So anytime someone tells me that it's normally distributed, then I always draw the normal curve. And so it tells us that's not perfectly normal, but it tells us that the mean is 10 hours and that standard deviation is 1.5 hours. So that tells us that our mean is 10 and so forth from there. Alright, so it's asking us between 8 and 12 hours. So that's roughly right here. We're looking at this area here. So it wants to know what that is. So personally, the easiest way to do this is go to the calculator. So I have a TI-83 that I'm going to use. So you go to second and then distribution here. And we're going to do a normal CDF. So we start with our starting point, which is 8. Our ending point, which is 12. Our mean is 10. And then comma and our standard deviation. So the answers it gives us is 0.8175. So yes, this answer is close, but yet the calculator gave us 0.8175. So the answer would be none of the above. So the next one says, Jose is considering what sandwich to buy for lunch. He has a choice of 2 different types of bread, 3 different types of cheese, and 4 different types of meat. For any sandwich, he must choose 1 type of bread and either 1 type of cheese or 1 type of meat, or he must choose 1 type of bread and type of cheese and 1 type of meat. How many different sandwiches can he choose? So we're going to be looking at, keyword here is that it does say choose. So the first one, it says he must choose 1 type of bread and either 1 type of cheese or 1 type of meat. So he has to choose a type of bread, so that's 2. And then since it says he must choose either 1 type of cheese or 1 type of meat, that means that he has 3 choices of cheese and 4 different types of meat to choose from. So that's 7. So 2 times 7 is the way that he can choose this first sandwich, which is 14. So the next sandwich he can choose is 1 type of bread, so that's going to be 2, 1 type of cheese, and 1 type of meat. So if he has to choose cheese and meat, that's going to be times 3 times 4, which is 24. Whenever you add those 2 together, you get 38. So therefore the answer is C. So the next one says, a 6-sided number cube is weighted so that the probabilities of throwing a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 are equal, and the probability of throwing a 1 is twice the probability of throwing a 2. If the number cube is thrown twice, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers thrown will be 4? So the first thing you want to do is you want to draw out a table of your probabilities. So if these are all the same, we'll say that they're x. And if a 1 is twice the probability of throwing a 2, it's going to be 2x. So if we add these up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2 is 7. So we have 7x equal to 1, because remember that all these probabilities have to be equal to 1. Then x is equal to 1/7. That's their probability. So this is 2/7 chance, 1/7, 1/7, and so forth. So then it wants to know, what is the probability that the sum of the numbers thrown will be 4? So we want to know the probability of 4. So ways to get a 4 would be the probability of 1 times the probability of 3, probability of 2 times the probability of 2, and the probability of 3 times the probability of 1. So, and then we want to add those 2 together because we want to know what the total of all this together is. So the probability of this would be 2/7 times 1/7, which is 2/49. And then 1/7 times 1/7 is 1/49. And we have 1/7 times 2/7, which is 2/49. So total is 5/49. So that right there is our answer. That's the probability of throwing a 4.